So here I am with Sean Osborne, head coach at CrossFit Lowell. He and I are starting to commit to some things that we're going to do in the next 12 months, and we're just having a little talk about goals and the future and stuff. And Sean's got some stuff that's been on his mind, and I think he wants to talk about for himself, and here he is.
Thanks for the intro. So I wanted to use this video kind of equal parts accountability, I guess explanation, and then a how-to as well. So I started CrossFit roughly 5 6 years ago. Did pretty well in the beginning, really fell in love with it. Got my level 1, started coaching, helped open up CrossFit Lowell, and started building this community here. And that's kind of when things went a little sideways. Training kind of took a backseat to coaching and I guess business building, community building, which was dangerous, especially being at the gym, because you feel like you always have access to the gym. I'll train later. When everyone leaves, I'll get my squats in, I'll get my Metcon in. And when that doesn't happen and those days start piling up where you're not training because you're too tired or you coach too many classes or whatever it is, you know, the days turn into weeks, turn into months, turn into years, and here I am, you know, overweight, untrained, and coaching CrossFit. Not good for me, not good for the community, not good for your clients. So it's time to put my foot down and stop doing that and start training again. And here's how we're going to do it. Basically, I'm going to pull right from the CrossFit Level 1 manual, the theoretical hierarchy of the development of an athlete. And it's a pyramid. It's basically a pyramid. You can kind of think food pyramid, the now defunct food pyramid. So with the bottom layer being number 1, nutrition, obviously very important, your diet. The next layer up being metabolic conditioning, gymnastics, and then weightlifting, and of course at the very top we have sport. So phase 1 is going to be the nutrition, dialing in the nutrition, and basically what I mean by that is shedding the excess weight so that I can move again properly, so I can move my body in the gym, I can lift weight, I can do pull-ups and all that good stuff, running.
Where do you think you are, and where do you want to be?
So I'm roughly about 240 right now.
How tall are you?
6 feet,
Okay.
240. I've been as low as 195. I would like to be 210. I feel good at 210. 240 is obviously way too much. 195 was a little thin. I felt like 210 was my fighting weight, so to speak. So that's going to be my goal. And really, I'm kind of leaning towards the ketogenic diet, intermittent fasting ketogenic diet, a la kind of Tim Ferriss. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start there. I'm going to set a goal of 10 pounds a month. I think is reasonable. I think that's a reasonable way to lose weight, or a reasonable speed at which to lose weight.
For you, yeah.
Yeah. And of course, while I'm doing that, I'm going to be back in training CrossFit again. Yeah. I did 3 WODs this week, 3 workouts this week, and that felt pretty good. I'm not too sore. I can move. You know, I can feel that I worked, but it's not like debilitating where. To the point where I would say, I'm a little sore. I'm gonna sit out a few days, because then that's when it starts piling up again. So I'm gonna start 3 times a week, and I'll say we'll do that for the first 3 weeks. I think that's a reasonable amount of time to kind of get back in the swing, and then we'll add that 4th workout and see how that feels, and go from there.
So your approach is pretty much what you're coaching everybody else to do all the time, anyway.
Really, yes, basically, yeah. It was the do as I say, not as I do for a long time.
Yep.
So now I'm going to do as I say.
I think this is going to be really interesting to follow, because you're going to be able to see, you know, somebody who knows the ins and outs of this doing this at the intensity level that's required to get it done, and just see it come together on someone who's been part of the process. So it's. I think it's going to be really neat to watch. You planning on checking back in every few days?
Yeah, I'm thinking we'll say every 2 days. I think that's reasonable. Every day kind of seems a bit much. We'll do every 2 days. I'll give you an update on did I work out in those 2 days, which most likely I would have at least one day. I'll talk about my diet, and in the next video I'll talk specifically more about how I'm going to eat, why I'm eating that way, and did I comply within those 2 days?
Right. And if something went wrong, did you adjust?
Yeah. Did things go sideways, and am I back on the horse, so to speak?
Fantastic.
So yeah.
So it's going to be exciting. Good to see you back on the horse. We'll everybody will be following along, I'm sure.
Yes.